Good morning, everyone. It's me, Kae Pea. I'm here in my studio, the Moon and the Maker, home of RubberMoon art stamps, and we're here for another exciting edition of Stamp Down to Christmas. Yay! So we're stamping down the days, and today I'm going to do something a little bit different because I'm going to stamp on wood. And this is a really quick project. I know I've done a lot of ornaments, but of course it is December. So, but that would be a really fun thing to do throughout the year. And last year, I actually participated in a small ornament swap, and I really want to do that again in 2020. So let's keep that in mind. Anyway, again, we're just going to do a quick little stamp project. Not, that you have to do this as a project. Mostly I am just stamping and coloring and then saying like all the different things you might want to make out of your stamped image. So, I've been trying to do different artists on different days, but I am going to repeat an artist. I'm going to repeat one of my favorites from the original RubberMoon catalog, Marilyn Kelly. So super excited to have her images all these years. I love her stuff. And many of you may have actually seen me create this. I think I might have done this last year or the year before. And I was, as many of you know, I've been cleaning my studio just vigorously and going through things and rearranging. And I came across this and I really love it. It's so simple and again, makes a great addition to a gift, would make a great card. So, if you did want to stamp on wood and color it and then even make a photocopy, a color copy, you would get this beautiful wood grain background and that would be really cool. So, of course, if you have just a little blank piece of wood laying around, I happen to have these little, I think they're 3x3 squares. Let's see, maybe they're 2.5 by 2.5. I can't remember. Well, they're about a little over 2.5, so about 2 3/4 by 2 3/4. And like I said, I just happen to have some. So if you don't have a piece of wood, of course, you can easily get little flat, like balsa wood panels at any craft store. So yeah, you can also use an old wood mount. These aren't wood mounts. These were from Redeem Wood Doug. Do y'all remember Redeem Wood Doug? He makes little substrates, all different sizes of substrates, and he makes them out of old pallet wood, reclaimed wood. So they're really, really nice, and you can get a real decent price. He'll sell like a whole little bundle, so again, it's Redeem Wood Doug if you want to look him up on Facebook. Yeah, Jan remembers. So these were left over from him. These are the two images of Marilyn Kelly's. I believe these are from the early 90s. I love both of them. I think they're just really charming and of course make wonderful little holiday cards and more. So I went ahead and this is just raw wood. There's nothing on it. Yeah, Jan says he sells rescued barn wood and house wood. So yeah, and old pallet wood. It's great. If you look him up, it's wonderful doing business with another small, craftsman. Anyway, I stamped this stamp because since I already did this one, which again, I find really delightful, I went ahead and stamped her other little Christmas cake I used this black India ink pad, so it is archival and fade resistant. But of course, if you have like an archival ink pad or mementos or any of those should work as well. And I just stamped it directly onto the raw wood. And I really love the little bit of grain that shows through. Well, a lot of grain actually. And I want to stop and just say good morning to Cheryl and Jan. And of course, I have my I have my white. I say of course, like it's a given, but I do have my white gesso, and I also have a few colors of acrylic paint squeezed out here on this little palette. Excuse me. I just have a nice green. I have sort of a light blue, an orange, a hot pink, and a yellow and a red. Okay, and then between that and the white gesso, that'll just fine. And I'm just going to go in with my white gesso and a dry brush. And when I say dry brush, I just mean that I'm not dipping it into any water or moistening it at all first. I'm going directly into my white gesso, and I'm just going to put a little quick sort of layer right on the cake. If you go over some of the little details, it's okay because you can pull those back out later with a little bit of color. And on my little snowman's face, I'm also going to paint some white gesso. Again, I'm covering up a little of the detail. I'll fix that afterwards with a little marker or pencil. And then, of course, just anywhere else that you think you want white paint. Again, you could use titanium white paint if you wanted to, of course. The only difference is that I find gesso dries a little more matte, and so I just usually use gesso, but of course white paint will work also. I'm going to give him just a little bit of cheek color by mixing a little bit of that pink with some of my white, and I'm just going to give that snowman a rosy cheek. Hi, Cheryl. Another Cheryl. Welcome. And of course, his little carrot nose, I'm going to paint orange. And that orange was actually a little strong, so I'm going to tone it down with a little yellow. Just switching brushes because I need a little more detail. Some of these are super tiny. I don't know. I was really debating about the red hat. Not sure, but of course you can make your hat whatever color that you want. You could even put little polka dots or plaid. Now the acrylic paints that I do have squeezed out, I will mention, are golden fluid acrylics mostly. But of course, for this small project, you could use whatever acrylic paints that you have and that you like. You could even use colored pencils right on top of the wood. And as you can see, I'm sort of just painting sort of, I want to say roughly, loosely, and I am letting a lot of that little wood grain show through. It's part, I think, of the charm of this piece. And like I said, if you were making a card, you could easily just color copy this whole piece, and then you would have a little square that had this nice little wood grain background, and you could cut it out and plop it right on a card. It would be super cute. Now I'm going to go ahead and pull out just the tiniest bit of black paint, just to fill in the little eyes and the mouth again. And then I'm going to take a little bit of this blue. I know it's probably a little non-traditional, but I'm going to take a little bit of this icy blue color and sort of do, I guess you would call it a little shading, highlighting, I guess. And possibly even a little tiny touch of yellow. Just a little sort of reflected color just will help sort of. That's a little too much yellow, so I'm going to pull it back some. And then finally, last but not least, I took actually a little white paint marker, but you could easily use your white gesso and just even a little stylus. Actually, I want a little bit bigger of a dot, so I'm going to use this little tool here. And ta-da, there you have it. And that will be really cute. Then I'll just take a little eye hook and just twist it right in the top and attach a little piece of ribbon. And then I'll have two little coordinating ornaments for my tree or to give as gifts. On the other side, of course, you could just do the same thing on the other side, or on this one, I just put a little piece of cute scrapbook paper. And then, of course, you could write the date or whatever, stamp the date, whatever you want, or put like a little handmade by. I think, ooh, handmade for you would be super cute on the back. I think I have it right here too. Look at this little made for you stamp, and we're gonna put that right on there. Ta-da! And there you have it, another stamp down to Christmas. I hope you had fun. I know I did, and I always do. So thank you for joining me and indulging me yet again. Yeah, so that's a great tip. And we've done that before too on Let's Get Makey. If you don't want to, Jan said it here. I don't know if everybody got to see the comments, but if you don't want to stamp directly on the wood, you can stamp on deli paper and apply it to the wood, and you won't even see that it's deli paper. So that's a great extra little tip. So wonderful. Yay, Jan got her order. So order today. If you order anything today at all, you are going to get a free set of digital gift tags that are all made with my angels. If you want to wait just a second, I'll grab it and show it to you. I'm very excited about these. I've always loved these angels, and I got to turn them into gift tags. And you get a free digital download of this that you can use again and again. You can print it out on sticker paper, which is what I did, and then just easily cut them out, and you have labels for days. So anyway, that's our freebie for the 12 days of Christmas today. And today, again, was our stamp down. I don't remember what day. We're just going to keep going all the way through Christmas. And as a little bonus, we're going to even go into the new year because, dang it, we're going to stamp in the new year. All right. Thanks again for joining me. As always, love you to the moon and back. Mwah. See you soon. Bye.